Pokemon's music. Pretty much the only thing that's consistently good throughout all 8 generations. Every Pokemon game has good, memorable music tracks. But why am I saying this if I said in the title that Pokemon has a music problem? Well, let me explain. Generally speaking, yes, Pokemon music tracks are great. However, doesn't it often feel like there isn't enough music? Like, the few themes we do have are good, but shouldn't there be more? This is especially the case with battle themes, but in some games like Sword and Shield, it's the case with overworld themes too. When talking about this problem, speaking of, let's use Sword and Shield as an example, since they're the newest games. And the problem is probably the most glaring with these games. So, since the battle themes have the biggest issue, let's save that topic for later. First, let's talk about town themes. This is actually something that Pokemon does right. Pokemon does have music problems in some areas, but not here. In both Gen 7 and 8, every town or city has its own unique theme that suits the area, at least to my knowledge, which is how it should be. Alola even had day and night variants of the town themes, which needs to be done more often. Some of my favorites of the Gen 7 and 8 town themes are Hau'oli City, Seafolk Village, Wedgehurst, Stowonside, Circhester, and Freezington. The other elements of Pokemon's music need to take some notes from these, and from Gen 5's music, because these are great. Now let's move on to the route themes. Sword and Shield's amount of route themes is pitiful. Excluding wild area themes, we have 3 route themes in the game. Route 1's theme, which is reused for Route 2, Route 3's theme, which is reused for Routes 4 and 5, and then Route 10's theme. Routes 6 through 9 use a shortened version of one of the wild area themes. I mean, yeah, the theme is good, but I would have preferred it if it stayed in the wild area. And we got 2 new route themes instead. Routes 6, 7, and 8 could have shared a theme because they have similar themes. Then Route 9 could have its own theme. Just imagine exploring Route 9, which is probably the best route in the game by the way, and hearing some cool theme that gives you Gen 4 snow route vibes. That would make the route even better than how it is now, where you just hear that wild area theme that, no doubt, you've heard a ton of by now. See what I mean? There's times where you just hear the same theme over and over, when the experience will be better if you heard a new theme. This wild area theme is great, sure, but it gets old when you hear it not just in the wild area, but also in 4 routes. Sword and Shield has 10 routes, so that's nearly half of the routes. That is just ridiculous. But it gets worse from here as we move on to the problems with battle themes. These problems started back in Gen 6, but again, let's stick to Sword and Shield and the expansion pass for this. It's actually worse in the expansion pass than it is in the base game, so get ready for disappointment. Let's start with the base game. Let's see our battle themes. Hop and Marnie get 2 battle themes each. Okay, does that mean it's the same for Bede? No? Why? His battle theme is good, yes, but so are Hop and Marty's original battle themes, and they got new battle themes for the Champion Cup, while Bede didn't. Why does his theme remain the same? Sure, it's not part of the tournament, but it's still in the stadium, and Bede has character development at this point, so a revamped theme, even if it's minimal like Marnie's, it'll be fine. I was actually expecting that in my first playthrough, and I was a little upset when it didn't happen. But, you know, that's just a minor nitpick at the end of the day, I suppose. It's nowhere near as bad as the other problems we're about to talk about. First, let's talk about wild Pokemon and trainer battle themes. Let me just say that I hate how it's always the same theme for these constantly throughout the entire game. The only time we've ever gotten variations of any of these themes was in Gen 5. And even then, that was only for Pokemon and Rustling Grass. Why can't we have more variations of these themes throughout the game instead of the exact same theme over and over, allowing it to get very old very fast? Just imagine during the main story. The wild battle theme is more intense when fighting a Pokemon you can't catch. You know, a theme like the Rustling Grass encounter theme from Gen 5. Fighting that level 20 Onix with your level 9 starter is already intense. It'd be even more so if the theme changed up for it. They could also have the theme for the wild Pokemon and trainers change once you enter what I like to call Northern Galar, which is every area north of the wild area, just to fit the area more and make it different from the original theme. They could also have gym trainers have their own variation of the trainer battle theme, kinda like the Battle Subway theme from Gen 5. The gym trainers already have their own victory theme, so I don't see why they didn't do this. And then, of course, we get to the DLC areas. Neither of them have any normal trainer battles, but I'm sure we all would have loved it if both the Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra had their own variations of the wild Pokemon theme. I was definitely disappointed when this didn't happen in the Isle of Armor. It would have made these areas even better. I'm not asking for brand new themes here, just to change up the existing theme a bit to fit the situation. They could also bring back the low HP theme from Gen 5. Heck, the Gym Leader theme has a ton of variations. It changes when you're winning, when one of your Pokemon faints, and when the Gym Leader's on their last Pokemon. Then we got another theme with all those same variations, and yet they couldn't do anything like this with the Trainer or Wild Pokemon themes. If you think the variations on battle themes doesn't sound like something they could easily do, let me introduce you to two games that came out on the Switch in 2020. They are Bug Fables and Paper Mario the Origami King. I know some of you out there probably hate Origami King, but regardless of your opinion on it, you gotta admit that it has an excellent soundtrack. Now first, let me talk about Bug Fables. There is the basic battle theme, which is a pretty good theme. But then in certain areas they change the theme to sound more intense. As for Origami King, that game changes basic battle themes all the time. Every chapter has at least one basic battle theme to it, and then there's other variations for certain areas on top of that, leading to 8 different variants of the normal battle theme. I'd love to see a Pokemon game take either one of these directions with their battle themes. Also, moving back to Bug Fables, almost every boss has its own battle theme. Of course all optional bosses share a theme, but those are optional bosses. You could go an entire playthrough without even fighting these bosses. Now, Pokemon has a lot of boss themes too, but there's a certain group of bosses that always share a battle theme, and these are the Gym Leaders. Imagine if each Gym Leader also had their own battle theme to really make them stand out. Of course, Peters in Sword and Shield had his own battle theme, so I'd say this is something that Game Freak can do. Also, this whole thing on every battle theme being the same for a certain thing isn't even the biggest offender. There's two more problems to talk about. Next up is the Dynamax adventures. Oh, the missed opportunities with the music here. First of all, they could have made the normal raid theme in here different from the raids outside of the Max Lair. They really could have. These raids are different from normal ones, so it would have made sense. Also, for the legendaries. Honestly, I would have hated it if they reused the old themes here like in Gen 6 and 7. Not only would it have been lazy, but it wouldn't have made sense. Using the normal raid theme for them also wouldn't have made sense. So I'm glad they didn't give any legendary Pokemon a basic battle theme, with a few exceptions, but we'll get to them in a moment. Anyway, I'm glad there's a new theme instead of the things that could have happened. But do you know what would have been even better? If the legendaries had remade versions of their themes, made to suit a max raid battle. This would have actually been amazing, but of course, as always, Game Freak cut corners. Well, it doesn't matter, I suppose. This theme is still good, and it pales in comparison to the last thing I have to mention. Up to this point, everything has been nitpicks, stuff that you can look past. Even though they're missed opportunities, there's been nothing offensive. But that's all about to change with our last point, which is trainers and Pokemon using basic themes that don't fit them at all, and as a result, totally kill the mood that was set beforehand. There's 3 instances of this in the expansion pass. You already know what I'm about to bring up if you've played the expansion pass, but let's get started with this hot mess. First off, Honey. Oh jeez, this is bad. Everything about this is bad. So basically, there's a side quest in the Isle of Armor where you basically simp for Honey by donating 1 million watts to her to help the dojo. After that 1 million, which took a lot of grinding to get to, she says you get to battle a strong trainer from another league, but then no other league can send a trainer to Galar, so you battle her instead. But then she had the freaking normal trainer battle theme. Are you kidding me? After all that grinding and build-up, you give us a weak team with the basic trainer theme? Game Freak, why? And then afterwards, you can give her 2 million more watts for nothing but a rare league card. Game Freak really dropped the ball with this side quest, for sure. Now let's move on to the Crown Tundra, where there's now 2 big offenders. First, Regigigas. Okay, before we get to that, why is Regigigas not in the Crown Tundra Pokedex? Seriously, the 3 Regis are here, and we even got 2 new ones, all complete with a new remixed battle theme, yet their creator isn't even in the Pokedex? Come on, Game Freak! Anyway, yeah, Regigigas doesn't have his own theme. You battle it in a raid den that's only accessible when you have all 5 Regis in your party. It's also level 100, so surely that means it has the same theme as the Dynamax Adventure Legendaries have, right? Nope. Normal raid theme. And now let's move on to the Swords of Justice. Back in the Isle of Armor, you had to find 150 Diglett for a side quest. And in the Crown Tundra, you have to find footprints of this legendary trio for Sonia's research, as this DLC is equivalent to that. You must explore a lot of the Tundra to find all the footprints, and once you do that, you can encounter these legendaries in the overworld. So what theme do they have? Well, what do you think? I actually wish they reused the original theme this time. It would have been better than the normal wild battle theme, not even a variation of it. Of course Game Freak wouldn't make that. Yeah, they were lazy with this side quest, which is a shame because it was so cool at first. The exploration and build-up with finding the footprints was amazing, but then it's all ruined by this. This is the pinnacle of basic themes ruining cool situations, which has kind of been a theme throughout this video. This is why I made this video, because no music problem in Pokemon is more jarring than this one. And Regigigas too, I guess. There being themes already existing that would fit better than what we got shows that Game Freak intentionally made these bad, which I do not understand. So that's Pokemon's music problem. There being so much potential for a part of the game that's ruined by them using a basic theme instead of a new or remixed one. So, do you agree with my points? Let me know in the comments below. And with that, I'll see you all later.